Welcome back to the channel. Right, one of the sub commented on my last video that I made on Prince, Sign of the Times, and he asked me what my favourite bands were, so my top 10 favourite bands, and we had a little chat, and he wants to know my top 10 rock bands. So, and also, he wanted to have a little look around the Ramble Room, a little tour around the room, and just check out my music stuff, and I suppose this. So I'll do that first, and then I will unveil my favourite rock bands. Right, so obviously first off, here is the Ramble Room. Obviously right up the back there we've got two lava lamps, red and blue, and also I have some LED lights up the back there. So if I wanted to add a bit more, change the colour, etc. If I want a little bit more blue around here, I have a backdrop stand over my head, so if I plug that in, there's a little bit more blue coming down on me there. I have lights to the side of me there, a light there, an old-fashioned, I call it the Jeff Buckley mic, a Zoom H4n to record the sound, and obviously the desk and chair that I sit on. Up the back here, this is my original gramophone that the wife got me for Valentine's Day last year. Always wanted one. It's a gramophone Soundmaster with an original His Master's Voice 78 on there. So that's that. Down here is my D'Agostini. These are the ones that they've sent me wrongly. Obviously I've got Abbey Road on the wall there. These are the ones that are awaiting the second box to turn up. Obviously there is my Beatles vinyl box. That one's full. There's Stripe from the Gremlins, obviously. And just the Beatles. This is from a Madness concert. Obviously a Fez. My microfiber cloth. My TDL floor standing speakers, which I absolutely adore. Here's my little turntable. This is a little GPO record deck, but this I want to upgrade. The wife got me this last year for Christmas, and it was an introduction back into getting records again. So, still going to keep it, still going to use it, but I want to get myself a Riga planner. It's on my wish list, I just got to sort it out. Down here is a AV receiver by Yamaha. To be honest with you, that also, for up in this room, I just want to get an old-fashioned Rotel, you know, an old-fashioned with just balance, treble, bass, and possibly tone, but for up here. And obviously over here is my vinyl collection with a new addition at the front there. I now have The Queen Is Dead by the Smiths, so it's either The Queen Is Dead or Meat Is Murder on the next playing. Obviously me Tom Waits. Another new addition, The Beautiful Alice, but I've got to be a bit patient at the minute. And on this wall behind me here is my chair that I sit here and listen to the records in, with my Rain Dogs poster behind me, and this needs to be mounted on the wall yet. My Real Gone Tom Waits tickets and stuff from when I went to see him. And then I suppose finally I'm going to have to show you the messy part of the room. And as you can see here, this is the bit you don't normally see. I've got the Zoom H4n with the Don King sat on it for the sound when I'm away from the desk. My clapperboard, chair, lights, more lights, soundproof tiles all that down that end of the room. And I think that's about it really. It does get quite warm in here though, I must admit. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's in here. I try and keep it simple. I've still got to decorate the walls a little bit better yet, but I haven't quite figured out what I want to do. Anyway, let's get back to over there, shall we? So, that is me Ramble Room. Not a great deal to it really, but it's quite surprising how much stuff builds up when you start doing videos. I mean, I like to get quite creative with them, move them about a bit. I used to love using the lounge downstairs because we had plants, loads of space. I do all sorts of angles, but I kind of like the lighting up here and the sound is really nice. So, and at the moment, that's where the record player is. Anyway, right, before I get started with this, like the top 10 rock bands, this is just my own opinion. Right, there are some bands that I haven't fully, you know, I know there are bands like Genesis, Led Zeppelin that are fantastic, but I haven't personally discovered very much of them yet. You know, obviously I appreciate Genesis, you know, love Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins, whatever, and you know, Led Zeppelin, you know, the few songs that I know by Led Zeppelin I love, so I just haven't really indulged because there's so many to mention. So these ones are not in my top 10, but I think they deserve a mention because they wasn't far out. So obviously Queen, love Queen, Freddie Mercury and the boys. You know, my favourite two albums are A Night at the Opera and A Day at the Races. Two Marx Brothers films, by the way, just in case you didn't know. Big fan of Queen, and you can't deny them. They are just superb. The next two bands, you know, like are mighty. You got Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young in their own right as well. But the album So Far and Deja Vu, brilliant albums, absolutely brilliant albums. And the next band is Creedence Clearwater Revival. I know. Marvellous. And in the same sort of genre, you got Cream, you know, Eric Clapton's Cream. Loved Disraeli Gears. Another 1967 album. And Canned Heat. Brilliant band. You know, that psychedelic rock music they was doing. Canned Heat going up the country, on the road again. Oh, Amphetamine and Heat. You know, the list goes on. But yeah, love them. Right, and in no particular order, but I'll tell you what I'll do. If any of you can put in my top 3 in the right order, I'll give you a shout out on my next ramble. Alright? So, the list goes. Top 10 rock artists. The Velvet Underground, Oasis, Radiohead, Nirvana, Arthur Lee's Love, the Rolling Stones, The Who, The Beatles, Pink Floyd, and The Doors. They're my top 10. The Doors, Pink Floyd, Beatles, The Who, Rolling Stone, Love, Nirvana, Radiohead, Oasis, and the Velvet Underground. If you can get my top 3 in the right order, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. Alright? So, Rock and Roll Barbarossa. What do you think of the rock list? Was it any good? Obviously, this was nice to rock genre, because if you'd have asked my favourite bands, obviously the Beatles would be in there, Floyd would be in there, all of them probably would be in there, but obviously I'd have to add Madness, The Specials, loads of alternative bands like The Cure, and The Smiths, who I absolutely adore right now. So I tried to just keep it, went into my Windows Media Player, got up genre and went rock, and just went through what I had in there, and that's where I got my list from. Me faves. What's yours? What's your favourite top 10 rock bands? Let me know in the comments down below. What did you think of my list? Did you think, yes, Stripey, that's... Or did you think, but you've missed out there? Drop a comment down below. I don't mind. So, yeah, that's really it for today, guys. I'm hoping to get either Meat is Murder or The Queen is Dead played later on today. Any preference? You know, but I'm going to get them both played this weekend for sure. I really am enjoying the Smiths right now, and I've had nothing from D'Agostini. Oh, by the way, Rock and Roll Barbarossa, yeah, I love D'Agostini. They're my favourite thing in the world ever. But the wife deals with it. It's kind of funny, actually. It's really, really funny the other day. I meant to mention this, right? We had a few people round and we was talking about the Beatles record collection, and the wife started moaning about that company. And I almost got my camera out and started filming it, but she wouldn't want to be on film doing it. But I thought, they've actually got her moaning about them now. Unbelievable company. Bloody believable. So, yeah, that's it for today then, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be back with a Smith Ramble real soon, and I'm working towards me Tom Waits. So, yeah. So, have yourselves a great Saturday, people. Enjoy your weekend, and I will be back with another Ramble real soon. Bye now.